Hello, I'm coming to you today from Fredericktown, Missouri. I'm at my campground. Those of you who are new to the channel may not know, but last year in January, I bought a 33-acre campground with 6 RV sites on it. The place was pretty run down, pretty dilapidated. Last summer, it was my COVID project with my daughter, Misty. Misty runs the campground full-time. She does a great job, and she'll be here taking care of things. My next video, I'll be doing a full update of the campground, like a full tour of it. I'm going to share with you the progress reports that I've gotten from Larry on my van and how that project is going. It's turned into something that I feel like is going to be really spectacular when it's done. But let me kind of show you what we've been doing since I've been here. Just a quick little peek. But look, we got the teepee up. The guys did a great job building the deck. They just finished that yesterday. Misty and Mark painted the concrete floors. But take a look at this thing. Look how pretty it turned out. This is our little Tipsy Gypsy Wagon. We have our first guest coming tomorrow, so Misty and I have been busy getting everything all ready and all set up, but I think it looks adorable. Come on inside and take a peek. And look how cute this thing turned out. Remember the original fireplace that Jennifer had? It ended up here in the Gypsy Wagon. It's perfect for it. I love how the ceiling turned out in here. This used to be a bedspread that I had on my bed. It didn't really work out as a bedspread. It was pretty heavy and pretty scratchy. It sat in a bin in my closet for about 5 years till I finally found something I could do with it. I want to talk about the name that we gave this Airbnb. We call it the Tipsy Gypsy. I posted something on Facebook about it, and I got slammed pretty good for using the term gypsy. Apparently the word gypsy can be considered a racial slur. I just want to assure you that is absolutely not my intention. I looked the word up in the dictionary and it has a second definition, which is a free-spirited traveler. That's how we're using the word gypsy in naming this gypsy wagon as a free-spirited traveler. I mean, no offense to anyone. I spent the night in here night before last. Misty and I think that it's important to do that, to just get a feel for the space and do any last minute changes that we need to. Like, one of the things that I noticed was there was no curtains in the bathroom window, and people are kind of funny about having their privacy. So I made some new curtains for the bathroom here at the Tipsy Gypsy. This will be our third Airbnb up and running on the campground. We have the Rustic Rose, we have the shiny Twinkie, our 1967 International Airstream travel trailer, and we have this one now. Within the next week or so, probably by the time I do my next video, the Posh Pony teepee will be ready to list and start renting. Larry's been calling me every couple of days and giving me updates and having me order things for the van. I need to apologize to him. When he got back from his trip, I had left my van in his driveway and flew to Missouri. He gets in the van to start it, and the battery is dead as a doornail. So the first thing he had to do was go buy a new battery for the van. Apparently there was something in the electrical system that was pulling a draw on the battery. Larry was able to trace it down and get that fixed. Now, the second thing that Larry called me about was the van was almost out of gas when I left it. I feel terrible about that. I guess my thought process was, you know, it had a little, probably an 1/8 of a tank, you know, 2 bars showing on the gas tank. And I thought he was just going to have it parked there. I didn't know that he was going to be needing to drive it and, you know, pick up lumber and haul things in it. So that's the second thing that I need to apologize publicly to Larry for.
We got the solar panel shelf built into the drawer that we constructed last night. Real happy with it. It stows in place right here. and it just lifts out. We've got some shelf material around the drawer to support the weight. If you've seen any of my other builds, you know I'll probably put some black bungee on there. This is going to work out really well. You're just going to pull the drawer out, grab the solar panel, and you can use it, or now you can access everything in the back of the drawer. Happy with that. Fits nice and flush, didn't waste any space, and it looks really good. Well, I am thrilled to have these working tonight. They lock in and out real easy, just lift the lever. They're full extension drawer slides, and they hold a lot of weight. These are really sturdy. I probably was a little overkill with the drawer slides, but these drawers face forward towards the driver, and I wanted to make sure that if she ever had to hit the brakes, these didn't end up in the front seat with her. So
Larry called me yesterday and said he impressed himself with the design of the kitchen cabinet. So if he's impressed with it, I know I'm going to be impressed with it. I'll stay here in Missouri and help Misty with the campground until I get the call from Larry that the van is close to being finished, and then I'll head back to Texas to pick it up. We'll have our 5 unique stays listed on Airbnb. I'll put links to those in the video description on this video. The other thing that's ready is our camp spots. Well, at least 2 of them are ready. We have a little bit more of electrical work to do to get the other 4 ready. That should happen next week. Tomorrow is a really big day. We have our first RVers coming in, and we're pretty excited about that. Keep your fingers crossed that everything goes well. I'm excited about doing the next video to give you an update at the campground. The guys have got a lot done while I was gone, and we're winding it down. I think maybe a couple more weeks and we'll be totally finished with this project. Well, maybe not totally finished. I have daydreams of having a tree house here, and I've been talking to my friend James. He bought a school bus thinking he would convert it into an RV, but decided that the ride was pretty rough and it wasn't exactly suited for what he wanted to do. I think what he really needs is a 4-wheel drive van. So if any of you know of anyone that has a decent one for sale, maybe leave me a comment and I'll pass that information along. He gave me a call and he said, what about me going ahead and building out this school bus and bringing it to the campground? Misty and I talked about it, and we thought it would be cool to call it the Magic Bus and put black lights in it and some neon, and we think it'll be a perfect fit here. If you've watched some of my earlier videos at the campground, you know we have some campground cats. My daughter Misty seems to be a cat magnet. She was driving down a gravel road coming home from her friend Elizabeth's house, and she saw these 3 kittens in the middle of the road. Someone had dropped them off. She picked them up and brought them home. She fed them for several weeks until they were old enough to find homes for. There were 2 female kittens and a little male kitten. She found homes right away for the female kittens, but no one seemed to want the little male cat. We called him Baby Kitty forever because we didn't plan on keeping him. But then after a year, we figured this is his home, so we gave him the name Willie. Occasionally, Misty has a bad day. I record the cats, like talking to her, in hopes that it'll make her feel better. Here's a little video that Willie sent to her not too long ago when she was having a bad day.
Hey, Misty, remember that first day that we met on the gravel road with me and my 2 sisters? Just wanted to say thanks for picking me up and giving me such a good life. And I like my new name, Willie. It's like I'm not a baby kitty anymore. I'm Willie a tomcat. Anyways, I'm thinking I'll bring you another present tonight and call you Mama and maybe meow really, really loud when you're trying to sleep. What do you think? And by the way, I really love our snuggles.
So let me tell you the story about another little cat that we ended up with. We had a house in town, and it was about 10:40 at night. I get a knock on the door, go down there. Now that night it was pouring down rain. The neighbor shows up on my front porch holding this little baby kitten that still had the umbilical cord attached to it and said, "Can you take care of it? I can't. I have a pit bull at my house." So I take this little kitten in, I put it in a cardboard box, I put it in the bed with me for the night. The next morning I got up and went and got some kitten formula from the feed store. We started feeding this little baby kitty. Now a couple of days go by and Misty sees the mama cat outside of the house. She takes the little kitten outside and just, sits down on the step with it. The mama cat runs over, gets the kitten by the scruff of the neck and carries it off. The house in town was very close to the downtown area of Fredericktown. So Misty goes to this little antique store and the owner of the antique store tells her that little black kitten that you had is out back with its mama. Now keep in mind, a couple of months have gone by. Misty goes out there, she sees the very same little black kitten that spent a couple of days with it, and its little eyes are matted over, it's got something going on. So she takes the kitten, she takes it to the vet, gets it medicated, gets its little eyes all taken care of, and decides to keep him for a pet. So it's the very same kitten that spent the night with us. I'm telling you this story partially because while I was in Florida, Misty called me and she was very sad. She had named the little black kitten Conway, and Conway was missing. He hadn't come home in several days, and she was really worried and really upset. And she said she'd walked the property, she'd looked everywhere for him, and she couldn't find him anywhere. Now Conway, because he'd been used to living outside, was a bit more adventurous than the other cats, so he would roam pretty far from the house. When Misty called me, she was sad with this news that Conway was missing. Conway had developed a relationship with this one-eared scruffy barn cat that lives next door. I told Misty maybe Conway went to Florida with his girlfriend for the winter because it was pretty cold there in Missouri. There was snow on the ground, and that seemed to make her feel better thinking about maybe Conway was in Florida. So guess what? While I was in Florida, I ran into Conway. What are the odds? Here's what Conway had to say to Misty.
Conway Kitty here, coming to you from sunny Florida. Hey, Misty. Just wanted to let you know that I'm doing just fine. You know the old scruffy-eared barn cat from next door? Well, she and I were hanging out one night, and it was cold as freak there, so we decided to head to Florida. Just wanted to let you know that I'm enjoying the sunshine and loving being here, and the craziest thing happened. I ran into your mom. What are the freaking chances? Anyway, I love you and just wanted to let you know I'm doing great, and I'll touch base from time to time.
I spent 5 weeks in Florida traveling around. I got to see so many beautiful places. So I just wanted to share with you some of the highlights from my more than a month in Florida. The end of this video is just going to be like a video photo montage set to music. So kick back. I hope you enjoy it. I know I did. Woo! Pretty much sums up this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for all of your heartfelt comments. Thank you for being here on the journey with me. Remember to like and subscribe, and you keep watching and I'll keep posting content.